Hello, I thought I'd do a quick video update on the Hobbyboss Hawk. Basically there, it's done, it's finished. Reasonably happy with the way it came out. It's a good little kit, certainly no real complaints, it goes together quite nicely. I think, as I may have mentioned in the other video, I think if I was building it again, I'd try and look for some aftermarket decals, although they go on okay. I'm not completely happy with the colours, but then they give a slightly faded look, I suppose. So on the whole, pretty good. There we go. Give you a view of the cockpit. That's come out nice. As I think I've said again before, the decals, the actual kit decals, are pretty good. Give you quite nice instrument panels there. Underneath. Careful here, I don't want to drop it. We'll try not to break any bits off of it. It's all come out quite nicely. Certainly I'm reasonably pleased with the end result. It's pretty good. It's a nice, very nice kit, so that's nice. The decals for the sort of detonation cord for the clear parts gone on quite well. I mean, I expect there are better ways to do it, but the actual decals are not too bad. There we go, all done. Hopefully that looks okay. Yeah, as I say, good kit's gone together quite well. I think the addition of the actual resin seats just makes the cockpit a little bit nicer than the actual seats that come with it in the kit. And you get the colour photo etch belts, so that adds to it, makes it life a little bit easier. The actual photo etch that came with the kit, which I don't know where I've put it now, wasn't so good. There wasn't obviously coloured, so there'd have been a bit more painting involved. So that's that one. That's come out nicely. I'm pleased with that. Just a quick update on the 109, which is giving me a bit of trouble here. Just to give you, we're not quite, I think possibly this may be where you saw it last time. We're pretty much there with the basic build. Started to do a bit of weathering. Basically what I'm going to do now, obviously I've got to put the wheels, there's a bomb to go underneath, the guns have got to be fitted on there, and then a final matte coat to matte this down, and then really just a bit of aerial. We've got obviously the aerial wire will fit in across here. It's just little bits and pieces got to be finalised really. Then a tiny bit more weathering. Well, I'm not going to get too mad, perhaps a little bit of exhaust staining. The exhaust have got to be repainted, that sort of thing. So we're almost there with this one. Not too much longer to go on that one. I'll move that over there. And just to give you an update on what else I've been up to, let's come back with that. I've also been working on the Hobbyboss Hellcat. This is the Edard Profi pack, the F6, F3, and we're pretty much doing the one, as you can see on the box there. The shark's mouth looks pretty good. Basically what I've got to, yeah, I mean I've kind of rushed ahead a bit with this. We've done the 3-tone sort of scheme. Basically I've used the new attacker paint that I've got. So we've basically got the semi-gloss sea blue, the intermediate blue, and the insignia white. Basically that's been painted, it's been glossed, it's had a 4E wash, so you can probably see that's gone into the sort of panel lines really nicely actually. Decals a bit thin, I have to be a bit careful with them. This one actually tore slightly, but I'm going to make that out to be some battle damage or a little bit of weathering. There's a bit more work to do on it yet, a bit more weathering. Obviously then again we've got the undercarriage propeller and so forth to do on there. But it's nice little cockpit. Well, you can see that if we zoom in a bit. and the photo etching is nice. You've got the belts which look pretty good. Yeah, it's a good little kit. It goes together well. It's not really much problem with it. It's, you know, it's quite a quick build. Not much to say about it really. It just goes together. It's not complex at all. Now the Attacker paints, yeah, they're not bad. Certainly, you know, they're leaps and bounds better than the previous formula. You know, they just didn't spray at all. It splat and it clogged up the airbrush, and it was an absolute nightmare. But these have gone pretty well. The white's a little on the thick side, and I found that if I thinned it down, it went a little bit. It didn't have very good, quite so good coverage, but then that's not necessarily unusual for acrylic whites. But actually that's not bad. It went on quite well. The blue was good. The intermediate blue went on nicely without any real thinning. That was good. And the semi-gloss sea blue, I think I've thinned it very slightly. You know, maybe, I don't know, a 1 to, or what, you know, maybe a 2 to 10 ratio, so 2 drops thinner to sort of 10 drops paint. And it sprayed pretty well. I ended up putting it on a little thick in places. That's probably my fault. I think the paint probably would have benefited from thinning maybe slightly more and putting on a couple of coats rather than going a bit sort of over the top with the first coat. That's kind of just really, I think, getting to grips with the paint. Really, it is slightly different from some of the others, you know, out there. You know, it's not like Tamiya. You can't just sort of bung it on and in a single coat and job done. I think you have to be a little more cautious with it. But this works. The colours are good. I like them. I've got no real complaints. So yeah, that's a nice little kit. Recommend that to anyone if you can pick it up. It's a good build. Goes together quite nicely. What else to say really? Well, you know, Christmas has been and gone. I didn't actually get any kits or anything modelling related for Christmas this year. I didn't really ask for anything. I, you know, spent a fair amount of money at Telford, so I kind of thought, well, I've got plenty of kits to keep me going, so I won't. I did get some money though, so I may still go out and buy something modelling or kit related with my Christmas money, so that'll be good. What's coming next? What will be the next build? So once obviously the Hawk is done, once the 109 is done, we'll obviously then really will concentrate a bit more on the Hellcat. I'm probably going to leave that one for a minute and really button up the 109, I think, next. Get that out of the way. What am I going to do next? I don't know, if I'm really honest. I'm kind of tempted by one of the other kits I actually bought at Telford, and that's the Prowler. It's the kinetic, I think I probably said this is the kinetic kit actually, but don't know, can't quite decide. That may probably be the next project, or I may completely change my mind, who knows. Anyway, cool, thanks for watching. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you've had a good one, and I hope 2017 is a good year for you. Cheers for watching.